Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Joking Dolphin Gaming Pod. I'm Mark, and as always, I'm joined by Matthew.
Hello.
And Nathan.
Aloha.
Now, people are probably wondering, why are we here? Because we only had a pod last week. And any regular listeners, firstly, thank you. And secondly, you should know we do these every 2 weeks. But there's a little thing coming along, I don't know if you heard about it, called E3 next week. And if we carried on with our usual schedule, our pod would be in the middle of it, and therefore we'd miss half the stuff there. So we decided to shift our timings a bit. We're going to put this little preview pod in now, where we're just going to go through what we think might appear at E3 and what we hope, what we'd like to see.
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks, we'll do our special E3 episode, where we'll go through everything that was revealed.
Yeah.
So, should we begin with, well, probably the first thing that actually interests us, and that's the Battlefield reveal, which will take place on Wednesday, the 9th of June.
Mm.
Now, there has been leaks about this, hasn't there? Although I've not looked at them myself.
Unfortunately, I've not looked at them either. But there's I think there's the gameplay trailer got leaked very early. Unfortunately.
Oh, the trailer? I thought it was just screenshots or something. Or
was
it? No, I might be wrong. If it might be the trailer, but I don't know.
I think I heard that there was the trailer. Oh, it could be the screenshots. You could very be right. I just noticed I think it's the actual gameplay itself.
Right. So, what do we think? Are we Battlefield fans? Do you play them?
Yeah, I'm a big Battlefield fan. Especially on PC at least. I don't know. I'd like I mean, from what I've heard and what I've seen of it so far, it's going to go back to the sort of modern warfare that it had previously in Battlefield 3 and 4. Because as we know, they dipped their toes in the old world wars with Battlefield 1 and Battlefield V. So, but it'd be nice to get back to modern stuff, because I think that's where their strengths lie, especially for Battlefield 4. I don't really know what to expect. Probably just the usual things that Battlefield does that no one else can, really. You know, large scale player battles. I think they were talking about 128 players, which would be pretty impressive.
Is there going to be a battle royale shoved in there?
Oh, of course there is. Well, actually,
Probably.
saying that, they probably will, yeah.
I mean, it came late in the development for Battlefield V, but there was one that eventually came. I don't know what kind of reception it got. I remember trying it out and thinking it was okay enough, but I don't think it did anything that really stood itself out compared to what everyone else was doing. I mean, especially Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's the main battle, isn't it? Like Battlefield versus Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Come on, Medal of Honor.
Well, back in the day, maybe.
I forgot we're in 2005.
I'm saying that was a year, wasn't it? So I guess they become
Yeah, still a year. Well, I mean, they fight each other anyway with Titanfall, so yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I'd just like to be surprised and see what if they can get back to their former glory, really.
Yeah, some more shooty bang bang.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the Summer Game Fest? So this is Jeff Keighley's breakaway event, a bit like the PDC with the BDO darts. What do we think it's going to show here? This is probably the one event where we might likely see some PlayStation stuff.
Yeah, because this is going to cover like PlayStation, Activision, Capcom, Epic Games, Gearbox, Sega, Square Enix, and a few more. So we could see some real surprises with this one. I mean, the things that I'd like to see is more news about the new Sonic games that are going to be coming out, rather than just the trailers. So it'd be nice to see a bit of that. And I think we'll see something Tomb Raider related due to the 25th anniversary. I don't know what it'll be. I really want it to be a new game. But I do know they brought like the compilation out, so probably not. But I think there's going to be something Tomb Raider that we can expect. That's what I want.
I've still not played the last Tomb Raider yet.
Mm.
I started it. I need to get back to it.
It's really good. Like the last 3 that they did, the kind of prequels to Laura's
Oh
story.
yeah. The reboots have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, bit less puzzly for me, but enjoyed them all the same.
So Epic Games. So basically Fortnite. Do they do any of the games? I don't even know.
I mean, if they really wanted to,
The question is, what license is going to be in it this
yeah.
time?
If they really wanted to shock people, they could announce like a new Unreal tournament.
Mm. Yeah, that's
they've
been
not
wild.
done one of those for quite a while. I know everyone. It was big on the scene in PC back in the LAN party days.
Yeah. There's Activision as well.
Who called you?
Do you think they show that there, or do you think they'll hold their own thing?
They could hold their own thing, I suppose, couldn't they? I mean, they've been starting to do it.
I want to see a Tony Hawk's.
What, the 3 and 4 remaster?
But saying that, the last one was only last year. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, it's probably too early for it. But I'd still like to see it.
I don't know. We say it too early. I mean, they've got the engine pretty much ready built. How difficult would it be to just do 3 and 4 in the same vein?
I mean, even if it's just like an announcement with like a date, that'd be good enough just to wet the whistle a bit.
Yeah, in 3 years. That's probably what it'd be like.
It wouldn't take 3 years, I don't think. Maybe a year.
The thing is, one of the things that I do think about though is the you know how for the 1 and 2 they got the licenses for the songs again.
Yeah.
They'd have to go through all that process again for 3 and 4 if they did that. And I don't know if that put a delay on that game or anything, the first one. Unless they'd already been thinking about it before. They might have been done it straight from since last release. So who knows? Anything else from there? That conference, do we think? Or what we're hoping for?
I know Capcom is going to be presenting there, so maybe time for the next Street Fighter potentially. It's been a while since we've had a new one.
Yeah, a current gen Street Fighter would be good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think when the last one came out because it was PS4, weren't it? Xbox.
Well, it was PS4 exclusive. Well, console exclusive. I think that was in 2018. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's time for another one. Make it multi-platform as well.
What else? Gearbox. What do Gearbox do other than Borderlands? I'm sure they do quite a bit, but screw it. The next Borderlands. Give me the next Borderlands, even though I've not played through it yet.
Hey, they did Duke Nukem Forever.
No, just let Duke Nukem retire. We don't need Duke Nukem anymore.
So yeah, the Summer Game Festival will take place on June the 10th. Well, the kickoff event, because it's actually a long-standing thing, isn't it? Does it last a month or something?
What, E3?
No.
Oh, the actual Summer Game
Fest. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I won't be surprised. I mean, it's Jeff Keighley, so.
Yeah. Koch Primetime event. So that's Friday, June the 11th.
Right, so for this, there's only one thing that I want. Saints Row and Saints Row 2 remastered.
They've already announced Saints Row will not be involved.
Ugh. Right, my dreams are dashed. Stop the podcast.
Dead Island's not involved. Metro's not involved, and there's going to be nothing about the new Time Splitters either. So we have absolutely no idea what.
This is going to be rubbish.
I'm trying to think. I mean, they said they're not going to be there. What else can they do? That doesn't mean they're not going to be there.
True, but why would you say it's not? Because then you get people maybe not tuning in. If you say it's
I'm still gonna watch it, obviously.
True, I suppose. See, I don't really know what because I mean I know Koch Media have got the Deep Silver level, and they went around buying quite a few companies, not companies, but developers up and whatnot. So I know they've got the Metro, which is also not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Island. They need to do something. They need to reveal something about Dead Island 2. It's been years since we said anything about it.
If you're having a conference and you've got all these things that you're not showing, there must be something up the sleeve.
I hope so.
You wouldn't just have a random conference if you've not got anything quite big planned.
Yeah.
But I've got no idea.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, on my list, I was like, I want a new Saints Row. Although it would be cool to have the first and second. Remake.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I want the first and second is because that was before it got absolutely insane, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Being like a more akin to Grand Theft Auto.
I think 3 was still good. I think 3 wasn't quite out there, but I think it's once it got to 4, it was a bit. But I don't know. I don't know what to wait for these guys. Hopefully, nice surprises.
Yeah. And kick it off on the weekend on Saturday. Well, the Guerrilla Collective Part 2. So Part 1 happened yesterday, but I've not watched any of it, so I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what's happened.
So apparently there's going to be 80 games shown across both of these events.
Oh.
I think it's all up in the air, really, isn't it?
Well, that's
Could be
it's
anything.
just an incredible amount that could be absolutely anything. Before I comment on this, I'm going to wait to watch both of the Guerrilla Collectives and then make my decision.
I look on YouTube and I think that first one was 5 hours long.
Wow.
5 hours.
Well, I didn't actually try and watch it. It just said 5 hours. I'm like, oh, right, okay. That's probably why there's 2 parts to it.
What's the other part? Another 5 hours?
Probably. 40 games on each.
Yeah.
Got to think you'd have probably... Yeah.
Is it all PC stuff or is it console stuff as well?
No idea. I think it involves PC stuff as well.
A mixture.
And then later on Saturday, it's Ubisoft's event. Now they've already announced they're going to show more Far Cry 6.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that I put is that I want to see more of Chorizo the dog, so I imagine that we'll see more of
That's what I care about. That and the alligator.
Yeah.
What's the alligator's name? I want to know.
Yeah. The thing about... I'm always a bit iffy about Ubisoft's events. Because after it's always about,
Just Dance?
Yeah, Just Dance. Yes, for a start, Just Dance will be there. And they'll have all these...
Oh, yeah, Just Dance always there.
People dressed up in weird costumes, dancing around the streets. But then they always have, season pass stuff. It's just what's happening in their already existent games.
Yeah.
So there'll be Siege stuff. There'll be new season.
To be honest, I was quite excited for the Siege stuff because I've recently got it on Xbox. It's nice to see that they're still investing in it and they're going to be putting something forward for a roadmap, which will keep people playing.
But it's slow.
We always had fun on it. I enjoy it.
Although my nephew's bad on Siege.
Bad in rubbish or good?
No. Mad.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves it. And he's actually really good apparently, according to my brother. So maybe he's excited about this. But yes, it's probably going to be a roadmap about that. Maybe some news on the new one.
Oh, Quarantine.
That was called, it was called Quarantine, but then they changed it to Parasite, didn't they?
Yeah.
Whether it's going to go back to Quarantine.
It could be something else, maybe no.
Yeah. Anything else? Maybe. What about Beyond Good and Evil 2? Think that could show up? Because that's been quiet.
I hope so.
It'd be nice to get something about that.
Yeah, I never played the original, but I always heard really good things about it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I've heard good things.
I think is it on Xbox? Is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably backwards capable. What other stuff? You know what? I would actually like to see a new Rayman.
Rayman.
Yeah, I
I've
think
always had the
Rayman. We have all these compilations coming out like all the time, but it'd be nice to get something new.
Yeah.
To see what they could do with it on current consoles.
Put the rabbits down for a second. Like,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't need that. Just give me some Rayman punching things with his arms. Fists? Yeah.
I'm saying arms.
The only other thing that I'd want to see from Ubisoft is maybe some more Immortals Phoenix Rising content, because I really enjoyed that game. So that'd be nice if they did want to do that. I know they did some DLC for like an Eastern style game, but yeah, anything more of that be good.
Do you think we'll see a new Assassin's Creed?
No.
Or do you think it's too early?
I think we'll see DLC for Valhalla.
Yeah.
Season pass for Valhalla.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, a roadmap. Or some likes of that.
Won't be too bad. I need to get around to playing Odyssey.
Yeah, I've not played that either. The only other thing I can think of for Ubisoft is probably some Riders Republic stuff. So this is yet another Ubisoft open world game where they throw everyone into one map. Everyone plays it for about 5 months, and then everyone forgets about it, and then they come up with a new one the following year. That's kind of what happens with these games. I mean, there was Steep, which to be honest, I quite liked, because there's not very many winter sports games out there now. But it seems to have this habit of doing these sorts of games. They just try and throw mass multiplayer together.
Yeah, they always seem to find like a niche and like try and make it like it's a big thing.
Yeah, but they never like become massive.
No.
Everyone forgets. It's like, well, what was it? The Crew? That was another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Crew. And then there's The Crew 2. Which was meant to be like you can now drive, fly, and pilot ships around America.
Yeah.
Or at least very small, like miniaturized versions of America.
Yeah, so you can cross America in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Speed of sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much, as you say, Just Dance. It's gonna be there, isn't it? It's gonna be
a banger.
I mean, that's E3 Bingo 101, isn't it?
Oh, that's what we should do. Shall we come up with a bingo card? 20 things that you will see in E3.
Yeah. Right, shall we move on to probably the biggest one of the event? The Xbox and Bethesda game showcase, which will stream on Sunday, June the 13th. What are we hoping? What are we expecting?
Halo.
Yeah, just we need an update on Halo Infinite.
I'm really interested in how they might have changed Halo now. Because was it something like 11 months ago, that initial reveal, which was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? So was it like, did they change it to some sort of open world kind of? I can't remember what the plan was. They changed the game somewhat.
I don't think it was quite open world. There was an aspect of open world to it, because there was, I think they made it as that there was this kind of sprawling map where you can choose points of where you wanted to go. Like it wasn't a linear mission type anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't think they ever quite said that it was actually open world. Whether they've made a change to that, whether they've scaled that back a little, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Do we think they might have continued with that structure, or maybe is it just graphical stuff? Because let's be honest, that's what most people were going on.
Well,
I think they would have continued with the same premise, but I think they probably would have rebuilt the graphical side of it. Because as you said, that's where they got most of the backlash. So.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'd want to rebuild the entire premise of the game.
Yeah, plus it's only been 11 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can do a lot of polish on graphics in 11 months. So.
I want a photorealistic Craig. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Right. The other than other than Halo Infinite, I want to see when Flight Simulator is going to be on the Series X.
Yeah, I want to release
I
that.
cannot wait to play that.
Yeah, because I mentioned this before. I did buy it on the PC,
Mm.
but then it didn't work. It wouldn't install it correctly, so I got my money back. But I was desperate to play that, and that made me sad. So at least got Xbox. Come on, Microsoft, tell us.
Yeah.
I wanna.
Give me a date so you can take my money. Just do it.
So I can take some planes off and land them again. Because we can't do it in real life. Let's do it
that's it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let me go to Barbados.
Yeah.
On Flight Simulator.
I want to see my house.
That'd be cool.
Dive bomb into your house.
Okay.
Well.
That's the other big one. It's probably Starfield, isn't it?
Yeah, I think from the Bethesda side, it's going to be Starfield. I've heard that they're not going to bring any information out about Elder Scrolls 6, but, well, that remains to be seen. I'd like to see something.
I think we're years away on that.
It's too early, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they need to hold off on that because you want to build hype for that then. You build the hype for Starfield now. Because that's coming.
I just want to see a slew of exclusive games from Xbox now. Just something to make it more worth it to have bought a Series X.
Yeah. But this is their opportunity, isn't it? With Sony. It's
just to come out with maybe 4 or 5 really solid exclusives that are going to be coming out in the next 6 months to a year.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll be said quite a lot.
Yeah. What are we expecting from Starfield? Do you think there'll be gameplay or just another cinematic, maybe? Or
I think we'll get a bit of gameplay because it's been quite a while now, I think.
I'd probably just want a cinematic just to tell us what it actually is, really. Because all we really know is that it's called Starfield and it's set in space.
Well, I've seen the leak screenshots that came out.
Oh yeah, with the ship.
Yeah, to me, it just looks a bit like Mass Effect, but
Mass Effect, but without colours.
Without colours.
It was a play on Mass Effect 3. You know the end.
Yes.
Sorry.
Pick your favourite colour.
Yep.
Gears, maybe, Nathan? I know you'd like to see that, wouldn't you?
Oh, pretty please. Bit of Gears information would be great.
Do we think that's realistic?
Probably not.
Maybe. I don't know. How long
when did Gears 5 come out? 2018?
You would know.
Well, 2018, so that's 3 years.
Oh, wait a minute. It was the 6th of September 2019, actually. So.
Oh, towards the end of 2019.
Yeah.
No, probably not then.
Because with everything that's happened due to COVID, I think that would have pushed anything back a little bit.
Yeah.
So probably looking 2022, 23 before we see anything about that, I think. Unless they've been, unless they've been like beavering away somewhere and they just slap it on us. That'd be great. Just like a total surprise that nobody knew about. But that's what these events are for. Just to wow us and to give us things that we never thought would be possible.
Yeah. Well, it's a 90-minute event, so I'm just trying to how they're going to pad that out.
45 minutes for Xbox, 45 minutes for Bethesda.
No, I mean for the actual games.
I don't know.
Halo might be a significant one.
Halo might take up quite a bit of time.
These are all the changes we've made. These are the improvements. The thing is, they've got to hit it with this now, though, haven't they?
I actually reckon if I did a bingo card at the Bethesda announcement, they announce Deathloop comes to Xbox.
Ooh.
Well, it's got to come after PlayStation.
I don't think we're going to see anything on Deathloop, or
I think we will.
Was it Ghostwire? Because aren't they PlayStation timed exclusives?
Timed, but it's still like the Bethesda
Yeah, yeah, but because they've been bought out, would they? Would
They would
Microsoft?
still
Would
need to
Microsoft want them to show it?
If
I don't know.
Microsoft were playing the nice guys,
I'd be really surprised if they show them. That's all I'll say.
surprised. Yeah, I suppose so. But Bethesda's still got contracts to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think in their conference they'll show it, because it's Microsoft conference.
Yeah, because in effect that'll be marketing a PlayStation game that's going to be coming out soon. So
yeah, so I can't. That's why I can't see it happening.
Oh, I suppose we'll see.
Elden Ring. Do you think that might make a show?
That's not Bethesda, is it?
No, it's not Bethesda. It's Microsoft showed the.
Oh, you think because they showed the teaser for it?
Yeah, think? maybe there'll be some gameplay perhaps.
I mean, there was a leak a while ago, wasn't there, of like stuff from it? So maybe
Xbox might show a bit of gameplay. Who knows?
Mm.
It's been a bit quiet on that front, I think, for a while.
Yeah.
How long's that been in development now?
What, Elden Ring?
I mean, when's the expected release? I don't know.
Oh. I don't know. I've just got. I mean, three things I want to see from Xbox Bethesda is, well, one, I want to see more on Fable.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I'd like to see, because I mean they announced it was it 2 years ago? Was it last year?
Maybe last year that they announced that.
Apparently, Alex started talking. I'd like to see something from it. That Perfect Dark. Something else that they announced. I'd probably like to see. My big surprise that I'm like hopeful, but probably not going to happen is I'd just like to see not another, but the next Fallout. But that's just because I'm a Fallout fan. So.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
Probably not, seeing as they're working on Starfield and the next Elder Scrolls. But I don't know how big their team is now.
Well, that's it. Like they've got Xbox Cloud now, haven't they? So they could have the resource to do that. And 76 came out in 2018, so good.
And I don't class it as
a while ago.
Fallout, but
just this other thing that happened.
It's this thing that happens that was like weird. I mean, I've heard good things from it now. Like since they finally updated it, it's got a bit of a No Man's Sky reputation.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the No Man's Sky effect of 6 months to a year later. It's finally realised its potential a bit.
Probably a bit of Psychonauts 2, maybe. Double Fine might show that off. Not played the first one.
I forgot they were with Microsoft, aren't they?
Yep. The only other thing I'd quite like to see myself, I don't know if it will be there, but I'm hoping, and that'd be something about the Indiana Jones game that Machine Games we're working on. I'd quite like to see something for that.
That'd be interesting.
Get Harrison Ford on stage. Do a Keanu Reeves. But yeah, I think that's pretty much my thoughts on the Xbox Bethesda.
Harrison Ford, but with like a Craig mask on, and he rips it off and it's him.
Craig.
That'd be incredible.
Anything else for that conference, do we think?
I thought about one actually. It's to see more of I forgot what the first bit called. That Hellblade 2.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah. I would like to see more on that. Because that got announced, I think, E3 2019, was it?
Is it
it's like one of the first partners that announced there was...
Yeah.
They were getting exclusivity for.
Yeah, I've not played that, but very intriguing.
It does look interesting, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to play the original, because I heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah. So. Right, should we move on to the next one then?
Aye.
So that's Square Enix on Sunday, June 13th again. This is going to be the final roll of the dice for Marvel's Avengers, I think, isn't it?
I reckon so. Yeah.
They've
This
got
is
to.
this is
pull-
it.
Well,
They're going to pull a rabbit out of a hat for this, aren't they?
They're showing off the expansion, aren't they? The Black Panther one, I think. Or it's been reported that they will be. I don't know what they can do for this game unless they announced suddenly it'd be free to play, but I don't think that's going to happen.
To be honest, I don't even know if that would save it. To be honest, it's just they've gone completely down the wrong direction with the game as a whole.
I don't know if it'd save it, but it certainly bring more players to it at least, just to
Yeah, I mean,
those who are intrigued to try it.
Some people give it a go. I mean, I'd even give it a try if it was free to play, just to experience it.
Although I am going to play devil's advocate here because I was thinking about this the other day. Is that if let's just imagine the Avengers game had just been the campaign that was in the game. So the campaign that's in the game, you played it on your map.
Yeah.
If the game was only that and nothing more, would there be any complaints about it? If we weren't expecting all this live service stuff. Because obviously by making it as a live service thing, you're expecting future stuff, aren't you? But if it came out originally as just a campaign, would we be complaining?
That's interesting.
I don't know, because as I say, I've not played it, so I don't know if the campaign is worth the full price. I don't know, but I just thought it was an interesting thought.
No, it's an interesting thought.
Right, if they did a campaign only option, how much do you think it'd be worth? Would you pay a tenner for it?
What? No, but I think yeah, but you're playing with the fact that we know it's a live service game. But what I'm saying is that if it was originally just a campaign and that's it, that's all we knew about it.
It's just a campaign.
They never mentioned anything about live service. It was always just going to be this straight campaign. Would there be complaints about it? Releasing it at full price then?
I think there'd be less complaints because I think it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths because you pay full price for a game you don't expect. Well, nowadays you expect to pay for expansions and whatnot, but it does leave a sour taste in the mouth with you having to buy season passes and expansions and work so hard to get characters to effectively play the same game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, if you remove the even if the game was just as it is, if you just remove the live service tag from it, would it still get as negative news or feedback as it has done?
Because I think as soon as you put the live service tag on it, that's it. You've put a rod on its back then. Whereas if you just say, right, this is a straight up campaign, this is our campaign, there you go, £70, thank you very much. Would people become?
I don't think semi. I think it's sort of like 50.
Yeah, but when it first came out, would you be saying that? I don't know if you would.
True.
Anyway, we're going off on a tangent here.
Yeah.
we
talk about this another time.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're probably going to show Black Panther on there. Well, I think they've already said they're going to.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's an interesting character.
Yeah. I've heard that it's going to be fairly Babylon Fall heavy. I mean, I've seen the trailer for this and it doesn't really pique my interest, to be honest.
I've heard the name, but I don't know what it is. What is it?
It just, from what I've seen, it just looks like a Souls game, in effect.
Oh, Dark Souls game.
It looks of like that ilk. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to seeing more about Life is Strange True Colours, because that's going to be out fairly soon. So I imagine they'll have a little bit to show on that because they'll want to push that game a bit. I know it's one that you're looking forward to, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I've still got to play 2 for a start, and Before the Storm. But I don't know if they make me sad.
Not emotionally ready.
Yeah. But my brother's been playing the second one and he tells me that's really good. So.
Oh, good.
We'll see. But before I play True Colours, I'm going to have to play the other ones. So. Delve into that backlog yet again.
Yep.
Any Final Fantasy stuff, maybe?
Fingers crossed.
What would you expect? Because, as we know, Final Fantasy is not my bag.
What to expect? I don't know. Maybe a little bit more on Final Fantasy 16 that was showed off at, I think it was one of the PlayStation State of Plays last year. I think it was. Either that or even just like just anything on part 2 for Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah,
they're working on that.
I forget that they brought that out in parts. Like, because the first part was received so well. Like, in my head, it's the standalone game, but it's not.
So how long
it's meant to be.
How long is part 1 then?
Ooh,
I'm going to take it you've completed it.
Oh yeah.
Is it long? Like,
oh, it's long. It's
very
like
long.
it's a normal RPG length, I should say, which is probably like
For
at
half a
least
game.
20 plus. I mean, you say half a game. I mean, it's a full game. I mean, production wise, it's like there's no skipping on quality just because it's supposedly hard. It's not, and it's not even like half a game.
I take it
the
they've
original.
expanded on it, though, haven't they?
Yeah, so I think I'd spoke about on, I think it was the top of the pods that we did for PlayStation, that like they took what was essentially like maybe the first 3-5 hours of the original Final Fantasy VII and expanded it to be like a full standalone game basically.
So also on Sunday, 13th, is the PC Gaming Show. Now, this is probably more your bag, Matt. Is there anything you would like to see, or anything expecting, or anything?
Don't really know. PC is a bit more of like a unpredictable.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're gonna get really. So it's probably like quite a few of it would be like, oh, here's like a console exclusive that's coming to PC or something.
I bet they're going to get Persona 4 Golden on PC.
That was last year. That was last year's PC gaming show.
Ah, right. Well,
Persona 5 maybe on PC. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the only thing that I wrote on my notes that I would want to see is Nintendo games on PC finally.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen, but if they want more money.
I think for me, if they ever did move like their games onto PC, it would devalue them. But in my eyes, anyway.
Really?
Yeah. A bit of me likes that they have their core first-party titles on their console.
So what's your thoughts on Sony doing it then?
Shills.
Then we got the Future Game Show. I think again that's a bit up in the air, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's similar to the PC one, but there's more of like an indie game focus to it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see what comes out of it. I mean, there's a couple of PC games I'm playing currently that's I'd love to see if there's some sort of mention of a sequel, maybe that more news on, is it Kerbal Space?
Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was a sequel, wasn't there?
Sequel, yeah.
Any news on that? I'm sure would be pretty cool.
And then we got probably the last big event, which is Nintendo Direct.
Yeah. I've got high hopes for this one.
Before we talk about that, are we expecting a Switch Pro announcement beforehand, or do you think it might happen there? Or
I mean,
it's still not happened.
Yeah. It's not happened yet. I mean, we've still got what?
9 days.
9 days. I'm trying to think who might be the big one.
I think it's a bit late to be
Summerfest.
announcing it now.
So it probably.
Do you think they're going to announce it at another one of the non-actual official E3 events?
What about the Summer Gamer Fest? That'd be a big get for Jeff Keighley. Open the Summer Gamer Fest with the announcement.
That would be quite something.
I mean, for me, I think they're going to wait to do it on their own direct. That's what I think they'll do.
I don't think they will. I don't know. I mean, the reports that I read was that it was going to be revealed before E3, so that everyone who obviously as a game in development for the Pro version can
Show it
then
off.
announce it. Unless no one else has got anything to show off other than Nintendo, and then in which case, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, if they have got something to show off at this stage, it'd be, in my eyes, a little bit stupid just to make it for the Switch Pro. So I don't think it really matters.
But is this the final event of E3?
It is.
Pretty much. And then, I mean,
So
you've got
it'd be a good way. It'd be a good way to finish, though, wouldn't it? If they show the new console.
Yeah,
So
true.
who knows?
Yeah.
So in terms of games, what are you thinking?
Breath of the Wild 2 release dates. I'd love that.
I just want gameplay, let alone release date.
Yeah. Release dates and a bit of gameplay. That'd be nice, I think. Maybe a further look at the new Pokemon Arceus game. Because the last showcase we had of that, it looked really clunky. So I'd like to see a little bit more of a polished version of what that's going to look like. Because it is going to come out in January, so just over 6 months' time. So you'd think they'd have something in place, a bit more to show us on that.
I think they would wait until a Pokemon exclusive direct to show anything of that, I think.
And then other than that, for me, Metroid Prime 4, please.
Give me the trilogy remastered. I'd like that.
Yeah. I think the last time we got that was on the Wii, wasn't it? So it'd be nice to get that redone, maybe, and remastered for Switch. That'd be good.
Yeah. I think from my point of view, a couple of notes I wrote down was some of them. I'd want like a Zelda All Stars kind of game. I'd like them to package like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, maybe Ocarina and Majora's Mask for Switch. Because I know, I mean, fairly soonish, Skyward Sword's coming out, but I mean, it's the anniversary year, so I want what Mario got.
Yeah. Just package it all together for me in a nice bow.
Yeah. Just do that. I think other than that, probably maybe it might be time for the next big Mario game, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's been a while since Odyssey, hasn't it? Actually, Mario Kart. We need new Mario Kart because we only got the remastered version on the Switch so far. So the Switch needs its own Mario Kart.
I don't know if it does it necessarily. I mean, it is still like the best-selling game on the console. So.
Yeah, but do it again, but better.
Do it again, but better. No, you know what we need? We need a new Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, that was fantastic on N64.
That was
love
fantastic. That. Yeah, I think other than that, I don't know what else from Nintendo. I'm sure they'll show something from Animal Crossing as always.
Yeah, they'll put something new in Animal Crossing to keep you going back.
I've just read here that it's a 40-minute showcase, but it's going to be entirely about software. So there's going to be no console reveal there.
Okay. So I'm gonna flip flop on what I said earlier then.
Unless they surprise us, but
could do.
Who knows?
Tell you now, Jeff Keighley's got the scoop.
Yep.
He'll come out and be like, "Oh, what's this in my hand?" Don't know, Jeff. Tell us because we're done.
Then he drops it.
He drops it. Yeah.
Literally drops it on the floor.
Yeah.
Stamps on it.
Oh, look at this!
Stamps on it.
He's just there. F Nintendo.
So well, I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? 23. Oh, that will take place on Tuesday, June the 15th. That event.
Yep.
But yeah. So that's probably the big events. There's other ones dotted about, but don't know much about them.
Yeah.
So which one are you most looking forward to watching?
I think the main, the main two for me is going to be the Xbox Bethesda and then the Nintendo Direct. Those are the two that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I'd probably echo that, and probably the Summerfest as well. I'm sure Jeff Keighley loves his surprises and getting world premieres for himself. So
Yeah, for me it'd be Summer Game Fest and Xbox, Xbox Bethesda. So yeah, do you think PlayStation might have a surprise pop-up event?
I think they're gonna have something and try to steal the show.
no, I don't know. I think they've been very kind of anti E3 for a few years now.
I'll say that they've just had that state of play, haven't they? So,
Well, it was just on Horizon though, wasn't it? So
well, yeah, but it was close to E3, wasn't it? So maybe
it was.
I
Yeah, it was.
I guess they won't put another thing out anytime soon.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm excited for it though. There's just so much going on, and just can't wait for it. It's going to be good.
There's going to be a lot to talk about in 2 weeks, and we'll be back.
Yeah. Definitely. Looking forward to a couple of weeks of insane game stuff.
So if you enjoyed listening to us, please consider tuning in next time. We release bi-weekly on Tuesdays. You can visit our website at jokingdolphin.com, where we post the Hall of Fame. Also, feel free to follow us on all social media platforms to continue the conversation. You can find Joking Dolphin on YouTube and Facebook, as well as on Instagram and Twitter at Joking Dolphin. Until next time, thanks for listening. Ta-da!
Happy E3.
In a bit.